All right, so I think we're live to YouTube. Hello, YouTube world, and maybe to Facebook now too. So we'll just get started. Welcome to Funnel Hacker TV. Somebody's missing here today, though. We have a guest who I'm going to introduce here in a moment, but we have a really awesome show today. We are going to have a special moment here at the beginning to remember Dave Woodward. So stay tuned for that here. You might have missed something there. And we've got ambassador stuff to talk about. We've got OFA to talk about. We've got Russell did a challenge or a webinar yesterday that we got to talk about. So there's so much we're going to talk about. So we will dive into it as soon as we roll the intro.
We are part of an underground group of entrepreneurs that you've probably never even heard of before. We are funnel hackers, and these are our stories.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Funnel Hacker TV. I'm Susan Leonardson, and this next to me is Danny Walsh. You may know him if you hang out here in the ClickFunnels community. Danny is joining us today, and joining me today. Ben is not here. He's doing some other cool stuff, probably with Russell. Who knows? But Danny is here. Danny is you'll kind of over the ClickFunnels Facebook community. He helps in there. He's really turned the community around, which we're going to talk about soon on this episode. But also runs his own businesses, which is exciting. He is a funnel hacker through and through. That's where he started, was as a funnel hacker. He has a Comma Club award, of course, and just really exciting stuff. So Danny, you can definitely probably talk more about all the things that you do, but I'm going to do the quick rundown of what we're covering today. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a special moment here at the beginning in just a minute, but then we're going to jump into water cooler. We've got some stuff to talk about there. We've got some funnel FOMO for you. We also have funnel forecast for you. We have hacker hero stuff for you and a 2.0 moment. This episode's just going to be jam packed. So Danny,
hello.
What did I miss in the for you? What do the people need to know about Danny?
For me, you know, that was an amazing intro, and I've for many years, and gradually gone from learning about ClickFunnels, running my business with ClickFunnels, and now very fortunate to work with ClickFunnels and work in this amazing community and work with people like your good self and Ben and the amazing outreach team. And it's just a pleasure to be here. ClickFunnels is always moving from strength to strength, right? And I'm fortunate enough to help folks in this community on a day-to-day basis. And like you said, we do have some amazing things to cover. Before we get into all that stuff, though, we do have a moment, right? And
yes, go ahead. You can go.
This is, man, a privilege, an honor, and also something that is sad, and also something that is dear to me, because we are talking about Dave Woodward, right? And it's been, if you look at Russell's post, you look at other posts that are going around at the moment, it's been a year since we lost the great man himself. And Dave is somebody who helped me in the very early stages of even being involved in ClickFunnels. He was affiliate manager back then before he became CEO, and I've had lots of conversations with Dave, one of the most helpful, generous human beings ever, right? And to be invited on to do FunnelHackerTV and then realize that this was the opening segment, it is, oh man, it's one of those things of like, because it does bring that sort of emotion back, not just for me, but for everybody in the ClickFunnels community, right? And seeing the posts that are on screen right now, and seeing Russell's tribute and all of these things, you are sad, but you're also grateful for everything that Dave brought and everything that Dave did. And reading through the tributes and seeing how many lives Dave touched, you know, it's humbling, it's a pleasure, it's a privilege to be, you know, paying tribute to Dave Woodward on this show, Susan.
Yeah. I mean, you can see on the screen, it's a celebration of his life. This post that you're seeing right now with the photos is actually from his wife, Carrie, and they got together yesterday and just celebrated him. They brought some stuff to him, and you can see a lot of familiar faces in that picture in the bottom right. Just the impact that he had in the ClickFunnels community, but within the company are just you can't even quantify it. I've seen posts from other funnel hackers as well. Chris Voss shared one that I saw. He definitely even on the stage of Funnel Hacking Live, shared the impact that Dave made on his life, and he reiterated that in his own post. So if you are seeing posts popping up throughout, the next couple days and over the weeks and over the months and over the years, like just take a moment and stop to read. Even if you are new to the ClickFunnels community and you didn't know Dave, like me, I have never had a conversation with Dave, but I have been around in the community to see the impact. And you just stop and read the posts and see the legacy that he has left. And like a lot of us wouldn't be here where we're at. ClickFunnels would probably look totally different. Russell might be in a different place if it wasn't for Dave Woodward. On Russell, let's pull Russell's post back up. Perfect. Russell did post a remembrance post yesterday, but it included a video that they put together. Not just recently. This video has been posted. I don't remember exactly when, but it was shortly. Maybe a couple months after. I'm totally butchering that, but he reposted this video. We are going to share this video because it's so touching and so awesome to see. We will play this video out in its entirety with audio on at the end of Funnel Hacker TV today. So stick around and watch that. You can also go to Russell's page or profile. I think that's his profile. To watch and see the comments and all of the other people that are chiming in about the impact that Dave made on them as well. So
it was a legacy, right?
Watch. Yes.
It's all about the legacy. I wrote 2 things down on a piece of paper, but I didn't really need to write them down because it's there. It resonates so much. You'll see in the video when you watch. And Dave's talking. They've got footage of Dave in that video, and they document everything, right? ClickFunnels, community, and people. They're 2 of the things that Dave really stood for. And certainly, as a beginner in the ClickFunnels community many years ago, you could reach out to Dave, and he communicated and talked to the customers, to folks in the community. And a pleasure to know him, and the legacy will live on forevermore. Dearly missed.
All right, so definitely stick around and watch that video. And love you, Dave. And we know you're still probably around supporting everybody and doing what you're doing on the other side.
Without a doubt. And you see the video at the end, and you'll see the ups, the downs, the laughs, the cries. It's emotional, and you need to see that to get the vision. But those who knew Dave, that's definitely something that folks are reflecting on right now. And like I say, it's a privilege to be able to be on FunnelHackerTV today and to share some of this stuff with you.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so with that, we're going to move into the rest of what we have planned for you today. We've got Danny here, so we are going to definitely take advantage of that. But let's go ahead and do water cooler, because there has been something going on. We've been talking about it for a couple of episodes now. The new One Funnel Away challenge. We are like, week 1 is almost complete. Week 1 of the live first week of the facilitated model. So this is really kind of 2 weeks in, if you count pre-week. But we have been just seeing a ton of people in the communities and also in the One Funnel Away VIP community just posting what the experience has been like of the One Funnel Away challenge. What are your thoughts on how that's been going, Danny? Because you've been very involved over there.
I love this thing, and this is something that was here a few years ago, and first how to build their first funnel, how to work with ClickFunnels. And there were some folks who sat on the fence and they said, oh, I'll get into this eventually. And then it went away. And it went away for a while. And very recently we announced that One Funnel Away Challenge is coming back. And people just went like crazy in the community. There's posts all over. Folks who I've not seen for a long time inside of the ClickFunnels community, inside of the groups, all of a sudden, they're posting about ClickFunnels again. They're getting excited about ClickFunnels again. And it's appeared out of nowhere. And it's almost like it's reignited the ClickFunnels buzz in a lot of people who might have been, you know, they've gone off and done something else. So they've set up a different thing or whatever it is. And now they're back and all this buzz around it. It is amazing. And I know we've got some of the reviews and some of the things that have been going on over there, just what people have been experiencing in that initial opening week and the last few days, right? So I don't know if we can show some of that stuff, but there's so many amazing stories from this opening period. It is just going on, right? And it is one of the best challenges.
Yeah. You know, I hear it from so many people, even from the old One Funnel Away challenge and now the new. This is from just 2 days ago. And we're getting such good feedback and people are posting like crazy. Here's another one here from Elaine. And just like the coaches are doing an awesome job. And we're just getting awesome feedback. So if you guys have not signed up for the One Funnel Away challenge, it starts every Monday. There is a new group, a new cohort starting every Monday. And so you can go to onefunnelaway.com and get signed up that way. It's a free challenge if you have a ClickFunnels account. And if you don't have a ClickFunnels account, you get to sign up for a trial and you still get it for free. So you really can't beat that. You really can't.
Well, it begs the question, why would somebody not use ClickFunnels and not do the One Funnel Away challenge, right? Because this thing has made so many success stories. And I see them all the time. It's an amazing piece of training with amazing coaches, and it's put together in the way that literally takes you from where you are to where you could be to where you should be and teaches you all of the different things that you need to know. And it's been redesigned, Susan, right? From the bottom up to focus on ClickFunnels 2.0 and the latest information that you need to be successful. So definitely you need to go sign up.
Well, and also, Danny froze for a second there, but also, so in the original One Funnel Away challenge, it was like Russell had packed a lot of stuff into it. It covered also traffic and it covered some other things. And so the main difference of the new experience of One Funnel Away is that he stripped some of that out. So it's literally just focusing on the funnel part. And then surprise, surprise, there's like another thing that comes after that's called, what is that one called? I can't actually remember what it's called at the moment. But it is handling the traffic part of it. And kind of, I don't know if that's actually even spoken out loud. I think Ben and I talked about it because there's a little menu thing when you get into the membership area that kind of gives it away. So,
it's kind of
not as much to have to do.
Yes, but all of these things are designed to get you using ClickFunnels and building funnels, right? And if you can grasp even just one of the concepts, you're on your way on this journey. I've been doing this thing for years, right? I live and breathe ClickFunnels, but it pays off. If you follow, and there's always the hashtag, Susan, right? Do what Russell says. This is real. He's like, do what Russell says, right? And follow the process, follow the principles. The challenge lays this out and will take you along that journey that you need to go to start building your funnels, right? So it's definitely worth it.
Definitely. So onefunnelaway.com, whether you are brand new or you've been in, you already have your ClickFunnels account, you should go do it. Like that is, it's kind of like your onboarding as well. So get it in at some point. Okay. All right. So the next thing that was I don't even know if I said the segment name, but we're going on to funnel forecast. We're just moving along. So what
Let's
is
move on.
coming up? And this is an exciting thing that I think just got announced. And this is all about in Danny's world with the ambassadors. So there's a funnel race coming up on December 22nd. What is a funnel race, Danny?
You were fortunate enough to take part in the funnel games, right? And this was
Yeah.
like a week. This was a week-long running traffic building funnels. The funnel race is our ambassadors version, where we don't take a week and we don't run traffic and we don't crown a winner at the end. We have an hour on a live from start to finish to build a funnel. And we did this a few weeks ago, and we go live. We're live on like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time in the ClickFunnels group, right? So you watch myself, Andy Ortega, and the ambassadors, and we got them on the show. And normally it's like a Q&A, or we open up the screen and we share some concepts of a discussion. I'm like, we want to do something pretty cool, right? So who would be able to build a funnel in the next hour if we give you an idea? And everyone's like, yes, of course, it's possible. I'm like, no, really build the funnel, like do it like now. And within 60 minutes or so, 5 ambassadors had all literally taken a concept, opened up ClickFunnels 2.0, and from start to finish, they had landing pages, they had videos, they had, Dan Havey had a drone flying around the screen, like animations going on. We had workflows, we had copy, we had headlines. And the rules of this are simple, right? You've got ClickFunnels 2.0, you've got AI, and you've got your imagination. And think of it like a cooking show, right? Where they kind of have a bunch of folks all cooking, and then the chef, the guy will go around and say, hey, what you cooking? What's going on? So Andy and I, we kind of talk to ambassadors as we're moving. I had a go as well. We all managed to build a concept for basically a Mifki, right? Most incredible free gift ever. And we said, this is the concept. We've got somebody who's in the drone industry, and they've heard about these linchpins and Mifkis and all of this cool stuff Russell Brunson talks about. They want one, and you've got an hour. And James Curran was literally in the middle of Boston, walking through town, and he's gone live on his phone, like randomly tuned in. And we're like, hi, James, how you doing? And he's like talking a little bit. I'm not, dude, we want you to build this thing now. And he literally sat at like a little table at a cafe, opened up his laptop, and before the battery died, he'd created a landing page with copy and a concept inside of ClickFunnels 2.0. And the cool thing is this totally busts any of these myths, Susan, right? That 2.0 is like, oh man, you can't do anything. It's got these bugs. Like 5 of us all built a funnel. We had folks in India, folks in the middle of Boston, in the UK, all doing this within the hour live without any prep.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd do it again. It's like,
that sounds amazing.
Come and take
Okay,
part.
so December 22nd, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Mark it on your calendars. You can go, there's an event. This is what you're looking at on the screen. There's an event created in the ClickFunnels official group that you can go say that you're interested, say that you're going, and then you'll get that notification from Facebook if you need that reminder. But it's just going to be streamed right there in the group. So you'll be able to find the stream at that time. That sounds awesome. That's exciting. And probably so much fun to watch.
Yeah, come and do it.
Yeah,
you can take part.
I can take part. Yeah, I am an ambassador. I will see if it fits in my schedule.
A busy ambassador, right?
and Friday. Yeah. Oh, that actually reminds me. This is a great. So it's 10 a.m. Mountain Time. You mentioned Monday, Wednesday, Fridays is when the ambassadors or the other admins and moderators in the group are live in the community. I'm going to officially announce right now, FunnelHackerTV is going to be moving our time to that same 10 a.m. hour, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So same days, but we're going to adjust the time to 10 a.m. Mountain. So you starting next week, next Tuesday, you will find us at that time. So make sure you make that adjustment. If you like showing up to watch us live, make sure that you adjust that in your schedule, in your calendar.
Just
then
a
you know,
calendar.
like it's 10 a.m. across the board every weekday. For now, Danny's on a mission to get weekend stuff
Yes.
happening too. But for now, weekdays, 10 a.m. Mountain, there is something fun happening in the ClickFunnels community. So awesome. I'm
Without a
excited for
doubt.
that.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
And all of the videos, even the ambassador videos, the FunnelHackerTV videos, are all going on YouTube as well. So we're literally going to upload the entire, however many 100 hours of content we've got.
Yes.
Make sure it's all on YouTube. You can access it on the replay. And there's so much gold in there. Even Dan Havey just making the drone fly across the screen. That just one thing's worth watching.
Yeah. Well, that's perfect. Okay, let's move into our hacker heroes because, of course, we have Danny here, head of the ambassadors, and you brought up Dan Havey. We wanted to celebrate. We're always talking about community members. We thought it'd be appropriate to celebrate some of the ambassadors that are definitely hacker heroes, constantly showing up in the ClickFunnels community and helping people out. So Dan Havey is okay. So what's funny is when you said he had a drone flying across his page. So he had an hour to build the funnel. And that tells me that the process that you guys are doing to build a funnel in an hour left him time to code in a drone flying across his page.
Right. Yeah, without
hilarious.
doubt.
Yeah. So Dan constantly is showing up and giving value into this is just his latest one that was just from yesterday. Quick tip, how to set up a page split test on the CF 2.0 funnel builder page. So if you're like, I need to figure out how to do this thing in ClickFunnels. Yes, there's the help docs, but there's also like a lot of good content in the community from users using it every day and figuring out the little nuances, the little tips and tricks to get things working for a specific use case and all that stuff. So Dan is usually showing up with a tech type of help. And then I also wanted to highlight James Curran, which you also mentioned earlier. He's an amazing ambassador. He shows up regularly every week. This was his latest post from 2 days ago, where he showed up and did a video talking about linchpin. James loves linchpin. He is like the linchpin guy. And so he's talking about, he says, as we funnel hack your first funnel Mifke funnel this week, we tackle a value stack item that is a tool that overcomes an internal false belief. So that already piques my interest. I need to go watch this video. Anything else? So Danny, you're obviously involved with ambassadors heavily. You know what's going on with them. Any other shout outs you want to do? There's a lot of ambassadors now. So we don't mean to leave anybody out, but any other things that you want to bring to everybody's attention about what's going on over in ambassador world?
I think ambassadors, they're all awesome. And we've got some amazing folks from all over the world. And these guys are living and breathing inside in ClickFunnels Classic, ClickFunnels 2.0, and they're literally banging the ClickFunnels drum, but they are super active inside of the group. So you may already be live, or what we do on the Monday, on the Wednesday, on the Friday. All of these pieces of content are designed to help folks with their funnels, understanding the process, and giving you an opportunity to ask questions live. And our ambassadors can come and help in comments. They can post videos, and they've got live shows of their own. You said about the mission to get the Saturday and Sunday covered as well, right? We do have Riddy, who generally goes live on the Saturday. And we've got James, who goes live on every Monday. The ambassadors are doing lots of awesome things right now. It's just shout out to each and every one, everybody who's working so hard to bring this to the community. It's awesome.
Yes. It's just, speaking of the community, because we mentioned a little bit earlier when I was introducing you, that, do you want to like kind of tell the story briefly about how we really, I say we, but I mean you, really led the way in turning the community around? Because there was a little bit of a time when the community, and you guys in the Facebook group is specifically what we're talking about. The community has always been amazing. The Facebook group had a little bit of a struggle. And you and the team involved in the group really stepped in and helped make it what it is right now, which is just amazing. So if you guys are like on YouTube or you're in the group and you're like, I don't frequent the group very often, come check it out, because it's kind of like night and day from what it was even just like 6 months, a year ago.
That means the world, Susan, right? And it comes back to what I said before when we were talking about Dave. People and community. That means so much to me. ClickFunnels has helped me, my family, build a business and live the life that we could, a much better life than we probably would have, right? And this is true for so many folks. And it's 2017, 18. I went and built a business. I was still using ClickFunnels and I was busy in that business and we're building a big thing, right? And when I came back to the ClickFunnels group, it's kind of like when Dorothy returned to Oz, and there's all like these things are like not right in the right things are like, oh, what's going on? And when there's something that kind of keeps you up at night and you can't sleep until you actually address that thing. And this was annoying because I saw friends of mine saying, oh, ClickFunnels is the group's not what it was, and wish it was like it back in the old days. And I put my hand up and stepped forward and said, can I do anything? And fast forward 8 months, we've rewrote the rules. We've got the ambassadors. We've got better moderation. We've got a triage process to help people with support. We're jumping on calls with people. We're super proactive. We've got an amazing team around us led by Laura Demetrius, Andy Ortega, Carlos, Tim, Lena. Our community outreach team is fantastic. We've got Christian and Veronica running social media as well, which is supporting these efforts. The whole of the ClickFunnels team behind the scenes, there's hundreds of people. Seeing it from this side, again, it's a pleasure, a privilege. But everyone pulling together to make the community responsive and free of spam and crazy stuff. We don't want any spam. We don't want any crazy stuff, right? We want quality content, things like that. And then around the same time we're doing this stuff, FunnelHackerTV comes back and we've got the spotlight interviews and we've got the FunnelHacker radio and all these things going on, ClickFunnels radio. There's all this stuff going on, and it's all designed to help folks on the ClickFunnels journey. Because if you do what Russell says and you read the books and you go to the challenges and you follow the process and follow the principles, for me, it's not about the money, right? It's about the people. And that links in again to, the late great Dave Woodward, right? But to get you to Comma Club Award or to step out on a stage or, just to live the life that you want, you've got to make sacrifice, you've got to make change. But the one big thing for me is the community that helps you in the hard times, where you can come and you can ask a question safely without, somebody's inbox you some stuff or you've clicked on the wrong link or whatever it is. And I'm proud to say that I've been part of this, but it's the team, everybody's effort, you, Ben, everybody who's all working together to make this big push, because it's ClickFunnels, right? And this is what we do. This is what we do. So, man,
yeah,
a pleasure.
It's just been such a fun journey too over the past almost a year and 9 months, give or take, of just seeing what's been going on. And like, it's just, it kind of coincided with the launch of ClickFunnels 2.0, which we have a 2.0 moment coming up in just a second. But it kind of coincided with we've got ClickFunnels 2.0 coming out, but also we're like stepping into this 2.0 of ClickFunnels as the company and the community. And it's like, okay, it's time to raise the bar. It's time to step up, raise ourselves, raise the community. Let's move to that next step. Let's push ourselves to be even better. And that's what I feel like is happening with the community, with the company, the frameworks that Russell's putting out recently over the past year. It's just really awesome to see. And it just feels more complete now.
Yeah.
When it all comes together.
Continual improvement, Susan, right? Because everybody's got a bright idea or a great idea. It's the implementation and the action and the steps that you take that are measurable. And you can say, hey, we did this and look, we did this and look, oh, we did that. And now we need to change these things. And by offering that rounded support, opening up the community, making sure, we're ambassadors, we've got people delivering content, we're talking about this, but we're also using this in our businesses. So, if ClickFunnels gets something wrong, and there's a problem, everybody needs to know about that. And we all work together to fix it because it affects so many folks in their business, right? it's like we can't get this wrong. We can't afford to get this wrong. And there's so many people striving for excellence within ClickFunnels. It's a pleasure to see, and that's why this is, the community for me.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, let's move into 2.0 moment, and then we will we'll wrap up here in just a moment because you guys have been with us. I love seeing all those faces. There's comments I haven't even been checking on. And also real quick before we do our 2.0 moment, hey Corey, hey Andy, make sure that you guys are subscribed. Make sure that you've texted that FHTV to 208-231-3797 so that you can get notifications when we go live. Remember, we're doing a time change. This is the last time we're going live at this time. We're going to move to 10 a.m. Mountain Time starting next Tuesday. So make sure you're getting those text notifications.
Yes.
Okay, so 2.0 moment. So Tim in our awesome ClickFunnels community is always dropping little golden nugget videos, making sure everybody knows the updates of what's going on within the software. And so we're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and just play it. We're going to listen to Tim's update in full. I think in full, because I actually don't know how long this is, but let's just go for it.
Let's do it.
Community outreach team. And wow, did we make a ton of new improvements to ClickFunnels 2.0 last week, which it comes at a perfect time because, as I mentioned several times already, we recently released a ton of features that have been taking the internet by storm. Now, I mentioned these features in previous videos that you could go and check out if you're interested in knowing what they were, in case you missed it. However, last week, the developer team dedicated all their time to going in, spending a ton of time in there, tweaking and making adjustments to make sure absolutely everything is running very smoothly so your business can continue running like a well-oiled machine. Have you heard about the new Learning Hub? The new Learning Hub is basically where your members can go in and see any course that they have access to while also going in and seeing their progress that they made in each one of them. We recently went ahead and added a Learning Hub tab, so now customers can simply go and click on it and easily see where they last left off on each course. So like that, there's no guessing games. The next update on the list is the ability to delete an order. Let's say perhaps you have an order in draft or pending, or perhaps your customer just made an order and as soon as they did it, their subconscious was like,
"You sure about that? You sure about that?"
And then they have to go in and cancel. Well, previously that order would just remain there indefinitely. However, now you can simply go in, click on the remove order button, delete it, so you never have to see it again. The last update today is an improvement to our tooltips. Tooltips are really cool because as you're learning how to use ClickFunnels 2.0, you may run into a few things that you may not be sure exactly what they are. And all you have to do is simply hover over the little tooltip with your mouse and you get a description about each thing. The issue was that these tooltips weren't showing up very well on mobile devices. However, the dev team went in and fixed that, and now you could see them perfectly no matter if you're working from your laptop, from your phone, or even your tablet. That's all for today, Funnel Hackers. If you want to see the entire list of all the cool updates we've recently made, as always, go to clickfunnels.com/pulse and you'll be able to do so there. See you next week.
Awesome. Tim's so amazing, keeping us all updated, and his videos are so entertaining. Really
100%.
doing it right there.
Pleasure to
Yeah,
work with Tim.
ClickFunnels 2.0. Yeah. 2.0. Like we're using it every day. Danny's using it every day. Like we're all using it. You gotta get in on it. New features always being released. I'm constantly like I just figured out how to do the auto upgrade and downgrade for subscription products. I just learned how to set that up. So I'm so excited about that piece. Like, okay, I got to go like redo my products so I can make it all work. So I don't have to like manually cancel things. It's really awesome. Really cool.
Amazing. 2.0 is the way to go, right? It's like,
yes,
do it. You won't be disappointed.
Yes, do it. Yes. I'm like, I don't even like going into Classic anymore. 2.0 is where it's at. Okay, we skipped over something. I'm going to bring it back in right now. So we're going to do funnel FOMO because Russell did something yesterday that we were talking about. You may have gotten registered, you may have watched it, but maybe you missed it and you're feeling some FOMO today. So Russell did his first webinar in a while. He did it, basically laying out the path for how did 2,331 entrepreneurs just like you each create their own 2 Comma Club funnel. So it's laying out all the secrets in that. So Danny, you were able to watch it yesterday. What were your thoughts on it? You were sharing a little bit with me before and I'm like, okay, that's good. We got to share that.
This is one of those like where the hair stands up on the back of your neck kind of things. And folks might remember the original Funnel Hacks webinar, and Russell did this thing like 3 times a week, right, for years. And the original webinar was like the weird niche funnel that's making, you know, 17,000 a day or whatever it was. He's reworked that webinar and brought it back to teach that initial concept of funnel hacking, right? Because there's so many folks in the community who have just not understood or they've not seen that webinar. And you could see people in the chat as Russell was dropping like literally value after value after value after value. These like, now I get it. And at the end, he kind of builds everybody up and he shows you all these different ways you can get traffic and the way you can build a funnel in like minutes inside of ClickFunnels, all this stuff. And he says, you know, if you could literally design a funnel that matches a high converting funnel out there by modeling what works, and you could build that real quick in ClickFunnels, and then you could just like get some traffic from these ways that I've showed you, do you think you'd have more chance of success? And the chat just goes, yes, 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 yes. Everybody's like, I get it. I can see it. And this is almost like the back to the early days. And when we talked about the community and all the things we've just talked about just now, this is like the almost not it's like the starting point, but if that makes sense. And seeing Russell excited and the words being spoken again about how do you do this, how do you do that, you've got to watch the webinar. This is like the original webinar, relaunched, revamped, 2023-24. And if that was the first time he's done it, if there's a replay, you're lucky. If he does it again, you're even luckier, because it is gold in an hour and 30 minutes, right? Steps.
Yeah.
Reading the book doesn't do it. It's like, this is the original webinar, and it was just a pleasure to watch. Really was.
So this happened yesterday. You can see the countdown clock has run out, but I kind of have a suspicion that if you wanted to go to this page and register, you'll probably make it onto an email list that they'll send a replay out to when it's ready, if they get a replay ready. So I did put if you want to try, I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if you want to try, you can go to 2comaclubsecrets.com/register, and that gets you to this page. Also, maybe you want to funnel hack it. Maybe you want to take a look at the design and see what's going on there. So 2comaclubsecrets.com/register. Yes. That's really cool. It's fun to see Russell in his element of doing webinars and yeah, he's been doing challenges a lot recently. I was like, oh, he's doing a webinar again, because people are always like, webinars are dead, and you're like, you just got to do them right.
You've got to do them right, and it's a masterclass in doing a webinar. If you just watch how it is, it's a lesson in itself, right? Yeah,
absolutely. Go hack the webinar. What is Russell putting together as a webinar recently? Well, there's the latest example. Go look at that one. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to wrap up. We are going to end with we're going to play in just a moment. Play that Dave Woodward tribute video that was shared by Russell on his Facebook profile. We thought it would be really great to just end on that note. But real quick reminder, subscribe if you're on YouTube, get the text notifications if you want those. 10 a.m. Mountain Time is going to be the new time. And so we will see you next Tuesday at that time. So let's go ahead and play that video.
Biggest fan, your biggest cheerleader, so passionate about what you're doing. Dave wasn't a good man. Dave was one of the best who's ever walked this earth. Dave, if you're listening, I love you. This is your chance. I want people to know how amazing you are.
Brethren, let me tell you what's about to take place.
Hi, my name's Dave Woodward.
I've been an entrepreneur my entire life. It's more than just the money, it's the passion, it's about the product, about the service.
Hey!
And I think that's the part I've enjoyed the very most about being an entrepreneur. It's the people that you impact.
Thank you.
I was struggling with it because I thought, gosh, I want to be able to do more. I want to help more people. I want to find a way to change the world.
When ClickFunnels came about, Dave's like, I want to be part of it. How do I be part of what you're doing?
This is gonna be so cool. It's about having an impact that actually changes people.
I'm like, do you want a job? I can't afford to pay you like a good salary right now. And he's like, I don't care. I just want to be part of this.
We're actually getting systems in place. And the money clip. That's one funnel away.
I have my extroverted half, which is Dave. I
30 times.
remember being so stressed out because I was like, I want these people to understand ClickFunnels, what it is. Like, this is the most important thing in the world. Dave was there. I was like, I had a vision. He's like, what was it? I'm like, I gotta write a book. It's called Expert Secrets.
What?
And he's like, oh, I got chills. Like, this is great. Like, he's like, I gotta move heaven and earth. I'm here to take everything off your plate. This is calling from God. You gotta do this.
This is the result of a lifetime. It's not just about the business, it's about the people.
He was a believer in people and ideas. When everybody was saying, no, that's too crazy, he was the first person that was picking up the phone and trying to make that idea happen.
We'd love to have you speak at Funnel Hacking Live.
This is the craziest thing ever.
He gave me the ability to dream big. Like, hey, we should rent out Boise State football stadium. We'll play bubble soccer ball. And Dave's like, what if we set a Guinness Book of World Record, had the biggest bubble soccer ball game in the history of the world? And I'm just laughing and laughing. And 3 weeks later, we set the world record for the largest bubble soccer game in the world. We made life fun.
Which one's the real JP?
Hey, sweetheart, I'm the real Dave.
The part that's mattered the most is my family. I'm the dad of 4 boys. It's been amazing to see their excitement about entrepreneurship.
It's awesome.
What you do matters. It really does matter.
Every day at work, he'd be like, what can I take off your plate? He's always caring more about you than he cared about himself.
It's the best thing I ever have done.
It's just one of the magical things about Dave.
4,500 people here. That's a lot of people.
So many times it's like, hey, this ClickFunnels thing's like, it's not just a company. There's something bigger, something more important we're doing here. He loved having his family involved. Seeing his wife build funnels and watching his kids do the same thing. In the middle of like the hardest times, I just get so overwhelmed, like, how are we gonna do this? Like, I can't handle this weight anymore. And it was Dave saying, this is not your mission, Russell. This is God's mission. This is bigger than just a funnel. We're changing people's lives and we cannot stop. And you look at my burden and take more off so I can keep doing what I'm supposed to do.
I'm so grateful for community and for people. Mr. Dave Woodward, every time I hear your voice, it just puts a massive smile on my face.
We love you. We miss you. You are here in spirit. None of this is possible without you, brother.
I just wanted to tell you how grateful I am for you.
Love you, brother.
This is a result of your amazingness.
Dave sacrificed so much for all of us. For him, it all tied back to God. And even during his darkest time, saying, it's okay, I will do it if it brings one person closer to him. So let this experience bring you closer to your God. Remember your mission. We're not just here for us.
There's nothing been better in my life than helping change other people.
Dave's invincible. He built a company that's changed millions of people around the world, and he passed away true to his faith. He won.
Captain America, signing out. Of course I'm gonna win. Then I'm gonna go hit the racetrack with the kids and then a spa with my wife.
The most important thing is focus on the people. And as you focus on the people, it all comes back.
Then again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
My name is Russell Brunson, and I'm part of an underground group of entrepreneurs that you've probably never even heard of before. We don't rely on cash from venture capitalists to get started, and we don't even have goals to go public either. In fact, our motivation is the exact opposite. You see, we have products and services and things that we know change people's lives. But because we're fighting against the big brands, people with literally unlimited budgets, we have to do things differently. We have to do things smarter. We don't have financial safety nets because every test we take is with our own money. We have to be profitable from day number one. So how do we do that? How is that even possible? If you ask the MBAs or look in your college textbooks, they will tell you that what we are doing is impossible, yet it's happening every single day. And it's happening through an art and a science that we call funnel hacking. It's not really something that I can explain to you. It's something I have to show you. These stories are a glimpse of entrepreneurs just like you who have a dream and a vision who want to change the world in their own little way. I use the funnel hacking process to help make their dreams become a reality. Yes, we are funnel hackers, and these are our stories.